Hi friends, welcome back to Beccarelli's Books. In this video I wanted to show you a journal cover that I'm working on. I've been talking about doing a blue journal for a little while. I have a couple of different ideas in mind, and this cover is one of them. So I've been working on slow stitching this cover, and I wanted just to show you where I'm up to and just explain a little bit on how I did it. So to start with, I took a piece of this blue and white stripe ticking that the lovely Leanne gave me. So I took a piece of that, and then I've just added pieces of fabric here and there, piece of lace along the bottom. So my first layer was just small squares of fabric, and I've just hand stitched those on, just random collage. And then the next layer I did some these pieces that I've cut out of some lace. There's a piece here. I've just used some broderie anglaise lace there, and I've hand stitched all the way around this piece, so it's very sturdy on there. Then I made a big bow out of some I don't know what this is, but it's really soft. So I tied a bow, and then I laid it here, and I stitched around the edges, and I left it so that it was a bit puffy, and I just gave it some dimension. Stitched that all on there. Then I made a, what do you call them? You call them a yo-yo. I made a yo-yo, and I stitched that on there. This is just a ribbon bow that I've tied into a bow, and I've stitched that on all the way around. The only part that I didn't stitch on is this top. If you can see that, I've just left this top part here open just for a little bit of interest. All of the rest is sewed down, and this little part here is left up too, so nothing that's going to really pull up, but just something so that it's not so flat. And then on the side I just sewed a piece of this blue ribbon here, and then I put some trim down here. That's hand stitched down there. All of it's hand stitched. I haven't used the machine at all on this, so it's taken me a while, but it's really nice and relaxing little project to do. What is that? There's a string. Hopefully that's not going to let anything go. And then I found this little cabochon thing, and I've stuck the cabochon on this little necklace thingy, and I stitched that on, and then I stamped on a piece of calico with cobalt blue. That's a beautiful stamp that I have, and I've just hand stitched that on as well. I stitched on some satin ribbon for the closure, 2 pieces on each end, so that when it's closed you can tie them into a nice fluffy bow. But I won't tie it up because I want to show you the inside. So the inside I hand stitched on this beautiful blue fabric. So the story behind this fabric is that my grandmother, who was a quilter, she made me a beautiful quilt, a beautiful, beautiful quilt. And in the floods, our garage got completely destroyed, and there were bags of linen that I thought were in a safe place, and they got water in them. moldy, they were disgusting. Anyway, in my haste to get rid of the moldy stuff, I threw out all of it. I just chucked it all out. And when we were moving, I was looking for my quilt and I couldn't find it. And then in my mind, I was trying to think back to when I'd seen it last, and it was in the house before, and I'd packed it up into one of those bags. And I'm devastated that I threw it out. But I have all of the fabric that the quilt was made out of. When she passed away, my auntie gave me a box about this big of all of the leftover fabric. So this particular blue fabric here is from that box. It's beautiful. It feels lovely. It's very good quality. And I've decided to use some of it in this particular journal. The fabric in that box I'm going to use it because every time I use it, I think of my nan, and that's how I want it to be. I don't want to save it. I don't want to have it when I'm 80, looking through a box of fabric, thinking about my nan when I'm 80. I want to think of her often, and so I'm going to use the fabric, I've decided. It's just stuff, you know, I have my memories, and that's what's important. But anyway, c'est la vie to the quilt. Anyway, with the edges, I've hand stitched those on, and I wasn't happy with my stitching, and I wanted to use white so that you couldn't see the stitching on the front. So then I've decided to do a border all the way around with this white satin ribbon. So I've pinned it and I've started sewing around here. So I'll continue to do that all the way around, and I'm going to miter the corners so they're a bit tidier. So it's not perfect. This is the first type, one of these kinds of journal covers that I've ever made. I've made heaps of fabric ones before, but not this detailed, not this much hand stitching. Anyway, so I'm going to finish that, and then I have this hanky with the crochet around it, and I'm going to, it does have some marks, but I figure if I fold this up and sew this into a pocket, that can become a page inside here. And then I'm just going to put lots of delicious pages in here, vintage papers, and just anything. I have a little collection going of things that I would like to use in this particular journal, but I have a couple of blue theme journals in mind, so this is just one of them. And I've just been working on this on and off for a little while now, so I just wanted to show you where I'm up to because I think it's beautiful. So let me know what you think, and if you're interested in seeing me, because I probably will make another one now that I've had a go. I'll probably make another one similar and probably do a better job. But yeah, I really enjoyed making it. The other thing that I thought I might do is put a bundle of fabrics and stamped images in my shop. If you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know as well, because I'm thinking of putting together a little bundle for slow stitching. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. See ya.